This video is the 8th grade rehearsal of the Harry Potter piece. Today is only 6 measures of music, but it's a particularly dense and interesting 6 measures of music. Last week we left off at measure 77, and this week we pick up at measure 77 for those 6 measures. Keep in mind that this does have a key change right at 77. If you're a concert pitch, so low brass, flute, bassoon, you have 3 flats now, B flat, E flat, and A flat. If you're a clarinet, you have 1 flat, which is B flat. If you're tenor sax, trumpet, any of those B flat people, you have just B flat right now. Alto sax, this is concert E flat, so altos and baries being in E flat, you have nothing, everything's natural. Alto sax, natural, tenor sax, B flat. Great. So let's move on. Oh, horns have 2 flats, B flat and E flat. I'm going to start at the top of the page and go down since it's only 6 measures. The flute, oboe, and first clarinet have very similar parts. They have just 1 measure, which is the 4th, which is slightly different. So let's count and clap the flute, oboe, and first clarinet parts. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. The 4th measure is the only difference. Clarinets have quarter, quarter, half, whereas the flute and oboe have quarter, 8/8, half. So watch out for that. I'm going to play off the clarinet part here. The first part of this, by the way, first trumpets, is very similar to yours, so pay attention. Go 2, or good. Now the second clarinet part is similar in a lot of ways to the Flobinet 1 part, but just different enough. So here's the second clarinet part. 2. Those 8 at the end, for all the people who have played so far, and 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So you have to feel beats 1 and 3 where the rests are to keep that running. The second clarinet part, keep in mind that 4th measure is F sharp, B flat, and the F is still sharp because we haven't hit a bar line yet. So the half note on beat 3 of that 4th measure is still F sharp. Coming on down, bass clarinet is it's the same as the bari part, so if you are bari, pay attention. Here we go. Let's clap and count it. 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch the 3rd measure, it's rest, half, quarter, 1, 2, 3, 4. Also watch the 5th measure. Dotted half note, of course, is worth 3 beats, not the regular 2 for a half note. Let's play it. 2, 1. Watch that 4th measure for the bass clarinets. D, F, F sharp, B natural. Bar line wipes out that F sharp, so the 5th measure is an F natural again. So D, F, F sharp, B natural, F natural. If you're a bari sax, that would translate to A, C, C sharp, F sharp, back to C natural in the 5th measure, because the bar line wipes out that sharp from beat 3 of the 4th measure. Up next, I'm going to check out the first trumpet part, which was very similar to the flute and oboe part. And you only play 4 measures, so let's clap and count. 2, ready, and 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Let's play it. 2. So you do have 2 B's in these 4 measures, and both of them should be flat from the key, but they're marked as naturals. They're accidentals, they're naturals. Watch the E naturals, the high F. Here's the second trumpet part, which is very similar, just a couple of rhythmic differences. 1, 2, 3. Good, so that fourth measure, watch that you have F sharp on beat 1, F natural on beat 2, and D sharp on beat 3. Ba, ba, ba. That's a really interesting part. D sharp is E flat, of course. Good, now we're going to get to the horn part, which is all similar except for one measure to the alto sax part. Here is the horn part. 1, 2, 3. I believe it's the fourth measure that's a little bit different from the alto sax. Let's do that one more time for the horns. A little slower. 2. Around. All right, we've gotten to the low brass. Trombone part moves around just a little bit. The fourth measure, you have a G, an A flat, and then an A natural. So right up the horn, 4, 3, 2 in that fourth measure, down a half note in the fifth measure, up to a C at the end. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Right, the baritone part is the same rhythmically. Plays a little bit lower. It has some interesting stuff in measure 4 like everybody else. You have E natural, E flat, E natural, E flat, back and forth. So let's check that out. Come, 2, 5. And of course we get down to the tuba down here at the bottom. Tuba is very similar to a few other instruments, the bari sax part, the bass clarinet part, but a lot of times, especially in measure 4, the notes are slightly different or they jump around at different points. So I'm going to play that for you as well. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. One more time for that tuba part because it really gets funky in measure 4. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Percussion. The snare part's pretty cool. You have just a couple rolls in this section. Measure 77. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 78. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 79 is that dotted quarter that most everybody else has. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Measure 80. You have quarter, 8, 8, half note roll. We're going to turn those into 16ths, so it'll be 1, 2, and 3, and a 4, and a 1. Ta, 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 brrrra. 1, 2, and 3 and a 4 and a 1. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, tap. Then you have 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4 and a 1 would be that roll. We're going right into the 3/4 measure. I would look at the 3/4 measure rhythmically. Definitely the next week is going to be 87, 95 in this section leading up to 104. It is in 3/4. The key is the same, so it's not so crazy. Otherwise, enjoy working on the section from this week and last week on Harry Potter.